Hey everybody, DancingSouless. Sorry. I'm very upset. I realized what today was, and I realized it at the really worst time ever, towards the end of the night, when I looked at the clock in our big screen on our pick mod, and it said 11/11/2021. Today's actually what would have been. This is gonna hurt. What would have been my 3rd anniversary. I can sit there and try to sugarcoat. I can't. Sorry. It hurts. We went through so much. And we didn't even make it 3 years. And we went through really bad stuff. Like stuff that, no couple would ever go through. For better, for worse, just everything. All in less than 2 years. We did it. Like every year we went through like almost everything that would break a couple apart. And yeah, we were on and off. We didn't even make 3. And the majority of my past relationships made it to maybe 2 and broke. And then my last one was 10. And I left that one without saying a word. That's the truth. And this one meant so much to me. This one I thought was, I still think it is my only one. I'm sorry. I can't make a good video today. I promised you a video about my dreams. I can't even make it through. So, I'm gonna do my best to keep my promise. A promise is a promise. So bear with me, because I think this dream had something to do with today and I just didn't know it. I don't know. So the dreams I had yesterday. One was, I don't know where I was, I guess on an island or something, and I remember walking up the stairs with glass and see-through, and there's sharks in a tank, and basically, they're see-through, and I remember the girl telling me, you can swim with them. And I remember looking at the girl, said no. And then I walked back down and without trying to slip and hold on the railing. And then I remember later on in that dream, I was in a mansion. Not really like a mansion. I mean, like a house. Just a house that looked like one, but it wasn't one. It was actually a house. And I had a pool, and I remember it raining like crazy, and walking outside at the back by the pool, and it's just raining, and I'm sitting there. I could literally focus see my face and her crying, not happy. And then at one point I remember nodding off in the dream, waking up, and I'm in my wedding gown, but no one's beside me. And I guess it had been my wedding day. But once again, I went to the balcony of the same house. It's raining. It's dark. No one's there. It was just me. and it's raining. And that's it. I remember, but the thing is, this ain't the only dream I've had this week. The dreams I had before was I was on a beach and it was raining. Like, constantly the same thing, dark, dreary, raining. And it's funny though, because I always feel the same thing. I feel lost, I feel sad, I feel alone, and I'm constantly going through these, and it's like I'm revisiting every dream I've ever had, and I remember my dreams. I wrote in a dream book. And the thing is, I don't know. Regardless, back to original point, regardless, I think it was really weird too, because everything tonight at my job was just weird too, because like 2 other girls were wearing pink, and they don't normally wear pink on the same day I do, so we all wore pink. I'm like, what the hell is this crap? Like, everything, and then like, even when I was stocking stuff away, it's all New Orleans, so kind of reminded me of the Dig a Little Deeper, no, Mama Odie from Princess and Frog. And it's like I kind of like regained hope into everything, but tonight, at the end of the night, just before we got called, you know, hey, it's time for the night talk, you know, the whole years, I remember, I forget his name or how to say it in English, but him and I were talking because we got called onto a project in the middle of the night to work together of COVID-19 boxes to take, you know, unbox the tops of them and stuff. There's a certain project we had to do, and because I guess Walmart sells them or something, they're a 15-minute test or whatever, but we had to unstock them or something and rip the tops. But we were talking about our families and all, and out of nowhere, he's telling me these, you know, what happened to him last week, which I didn't hear about until last night. And I felt sad for him because his grandfather passed away, and I told him, you know, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know that. No one told me, and I only heard a little bit of the story from someone else, so I don't know what's going on. So he told me, and how the day before, everything's fine, and the next day he leaves Puerto Rico, and something happens. I'm like, and then I kind of told them about how we're not together anymore, about the father-in-law that I loved and met once when I was carrying a daughter, Samara, the soulmate. I was telling him how I met him the day before, the very first time, and how I fell in love with his father and everything, and, you know, my soulmate's father. I fell in love with him the first day I met him because I could feel like I wanted to get to know him and everything. I know he's trying to learn something about me, but I did. I'm a very attachable person, and I got attached. I was, you know, and the next day, I remember telling my soulmate that night that I felt something was wrong and how he needed to come home. And he came home that night, we spent time with each other, you know, loving on each other in the whole years. And the next morning we got the phone call, and I remember just trying to hold on to hubby, you know, hold him and try to get him through. And I was pregnant at the time of the daughter. I tried to be there as much as I could, but regardless, I don't want to go through all of it. I basically, I let him know that I know how he felt to see someone one day be so fine and the next day just not there. And I understand, because even prior to that, I've had experience this way before then with a lot of other situations in my life where I meet someone one day and they be gone the next. Either from they died, or I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you one out of many that kind of still bothers me to this day. In second grade, I had a teacher. His name was Mr. Burns. This is what I can remember. I remember him yelling at us so much, and we always worried about him because he was go red in the face, which that could be health issues or whatever. You get it. So he got so angry and was telling us I can't remember exactly everything, but I just remember yelling at us and telling how bad we were. And so one kid acted up. I forget, someone did something. One of them acted up, and then everyone got in trouble for it. And then he said, "You gotta be better," or something. And I remember the next day, and it's almost like Silent Hill. There's a reason why I say it's like Silent Hill, because you know how in the one scene in Silent Hill they come in a group with all black, people walking in all black before they start talking or whatever. Yeah, I had that happen. Because the following day, I had a group of people all wearing black, and they were, we're here to talk about death. I'm just like, I remember like going in the next day, finding out that my teacher just died. And there's so many stories. One said, he packed up his stuff and he left. And another one said he died in his sleep for a heart attack, because how much he got angry. And then, he had a high blood. There's so many stories. No one really knows how he died, or if he died, or what happened. But the next day we had these people come in. I start there talking to my friend. I remember her name. I'll say her name's Elle. I won't say her full name. But I remember sitting there talking to her, and we were talking about how we knew him and everything. And I sat by my friend M, and I remember they said, they opened the Book of Death literally and started reading us the Book of Death and explaining about death and everything. And I'm like, oh great. I said they busted out of tears at one point. And lo and behold, one of the teachers, Mrs. Finoski was her name. I don't know how old that woman was, but she taught my half-blood brothers and so on and forth before. She came, and she's like, I'm going to be your new teacher before your new one comes here. And she sat there and taught us for a while before our other teacher came in. And his name is Mr. Carey. But I remember her. She's a good teacher. This is up in New York, remind you, because I'm from New York originally. But I remember just that last memory of him was just yelling. And I could tell. I remember that look in his eyes when I saw him. I remember the last things I saw of his eyes just in there looking at me. And you could tell he was so upset, but he was sad. And there's so much. It's fucked up. I've seen, in my family alone, I've went to so many funerals as a kid that death itself was normal. Hence, right? In a sense, it won't affect me at first, or sometimes it will. It depends. But growing up as a kid and having your friend as the Undertaker, and I mean the actual Undertaker, not the Undertaker the wrestler, although I do love him, he's a good guy. But and Kane and Shawn Michaels and Heartbreak, like I could go on and on. I love wrestling too, but yeah, to have a friend as the Undertaker, and then like to have your friends actually be the gatekeepers of the graveyard, because my backyard was a graveyard, like literally. I'm not joking. That's why Haunted Mansion holds a place in my heart, because my backyard was an actual graveyard, and I actually would. Oh Lord, it's just gonna go on and on with more memories, isn't it? Fuck it. Okay, so there's 2 gravestones I would always visit. One was the Angel one, and another one was my sister. Now I've had a brother and sister at one point. They died. And then I found out I had another sister recently, and she died. I'm not going to no more stories for another time. But yeah, I do that all the time, every day. And I remember even the groundskeepers, I'd wake up in the morning and I hear the crow cawing, and I can smell the fresh green grass and the fake flowers they have to start out. You can smell them, the mildew, And I remember just every morning as a little girl walking outside and running up to them and asking them how their day was. In my nightgown, bare feet. I'll take you back there one day when I go back to New York. I'm gonna go back there someday to visit or whatever. I'm not going to show you exactly what I mean. But that's that. But when it comes to death in general, oh yeah, the Undertaker, I forgot to tell you about the story. Oh, so about that story, I remember one time I fell asleep. Like I said, I'm used to death in general, so it still affects me. I still cry, either immediately or later or whatever, it doesn't matter. But I remember one time, this is not a joke, this is an Undertaker story. Basically, I remember one day getting so tired. Remind you, friends, family, you name it, died a lot. So to me, it was every day wearing a black dress or whatever, always. So one day, I actually got so tired, I fell asleep inside the coffin itself that was ready, getting prepped for the next funeral. They just haven't put the dead body in it or whatever. Not joking. I fell asleep. I was getting tired. I didn't want to lay in the pew anymore, so I went inside the coffin and laid down and went to sleep. And lo and behold, here comes the interesting part of the story. Two couple come in, which evidently was my family. I think it's one of my cousins from, I forget whose side it was. Comes in and, oh, this poor little girl, she died. Do you know what she died of? I don't know. I just heard the family member died. Because every time someone died, we don't know who did it. And that's it. It was. And lo and behold, I'm listening to this and I'm waking up. I'm like, I wake up and they jump back. I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, oh, yeah. And the ruckus got the Undertaker come after, and I forget where he went. And he came back and like, what's going on? I'm like, I looked up, I'm like, I just woke up. And he grabbed me out of the coffin, got me, what's wrong with you? I was so tired. And he, oh my god, are you okay? And then it was a whole conversation after that. The rest of the night with the party that they had, which there's certain parties that they have afterwards. I forget what they're called, the morning party. But anyways, they were talking about it the rest of the night. Like, oh my gosh, we thought you were dead. I'm like, no, I'm alive. And I was just tired. I've been, like, yeah, our family's been through so much. You know, constant funerals and all, and friends and family and everybody else. You just, but, yeah. That's about it. Long stories. I'll explain the rest of the stories later on, and death and all. Tonight's not gonna be a good night, going back to work. We had a rough night again. Really rough one, to the point where they dragged me off of my own job to go do the project itself. So, and I got my 4th occurrence. So the next time will be step. And you have to have 11 occurrences before you're let go. So, not too far from that. Today, I know I'm not going to be no good to myself looking for jobs because my mind's going to be on the anniversary, the 3rd anniversary, and I'm not going to be good. So I'm going to just try to mentally handle this as best I can. Try to keep I got to work tonight, so. Oh, and on top of that, they're taking my 2 hours away for Friday, too, because they're making it ultra mandatory that we go back to stalking now. Not back to what I was doing on Fridays, not back to stalking. So I get fucked over that way too. So that means on Sunday, I'm going to have to work all day and all night to make up all the freaking finances I'm losing throughout the week because they're cutting our hours. And now they're cutting 2 hours for that day. And then on Saturday, I got to work. They're at least getting 12 hours for that. And 5 hours of Sunday. But like I said, on Sunday, as soon as I get off work from where I'm working at, I gotta go straight to work at that point because all the hours I'm losing throughout the week. So, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm going to Tampa anyways on Sunday, so I'll make my money back. I always make money back anyways. But I'm taking the time to go to my safety haven so I could clear my mind from this whole entire week being so bad. So I could at least, whatever. Don't worry, I'll make a video on Sunday. I make a few videos every day. You know I'll make more. Expect a video. I keep my promises. It's the only thing I'm good at is keeping my promises. Okay, I'm good at more than that. I gotta give myself more credit. I know I didn't start to say this in the beginning of the video, and if I did, I can't remember. But if I didn't start to say this, although we're not together, happy anniversary, soulmate. I keep looking at the camera because to me it'd be like looking. I'm upset. I'm hurt. I can't do nothing about it. Still got an anniversary gift, believe it or not. And I saw roses today in the 7-Eleven when I went to go get a frappuccino. And I went to 7-Eleven to try to get a caramel and some Reese's Pieces to keep my. When I get upset, I have certain things to go to make myself happy. Or it's gonna help someone, but not what he could have done for me. And that's the being together in love and whatever. Just nothing I can do about it. The point is, I still love him. I wish we could have been together today. And I wish we could have been together, period. And I can't do nothing. I can't turn back time. I can't do nothing. I gotta go from today and forward. I can't change what has been done. So all I can do is change from today and forward. And when I do, that's it. Okay, let's get this off. I have to get my day. Yeah. Alright, guys. I'll talk to you more tomorrow. Matter for this, tomorrow's his birthday, and if these videos are gonna be horrible the next few days. So today's the 11th, tomorrow's the 12th. These videos are gonna be horrible. So the 13th, hopefully we got our shit together. Okay? If you're not a family member already, please go back. Anyway, and give them the love button. I love you guys. I love you. I still haven't stopped loving you. Bye, guys.